What is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now watching this video. I do really appreciate for your time, and I would really appreciate if you do consider subscribing, simply because it does truly help me out a lot. Now, we're gonna be reacting to Jaguar Wright. Once again, we have Jaguar Wright exposing a list of rappers Jay-Z has, taken up and sacrificed, man. Like, for example, Takeoff, Nipsey Hussle, Pimp C, Big L, and a lot more, man. That is absolutely insane, bro. But, I'm pretty sure we all should know by now, right, that, Jay-Z is next to Diddy. You get what I mean? Jay-Z is as bad as Diddy is, if not even worse. You get what I mean? So they're pretty much right next to each other. They're accomplices. They're basically, friends. They're accomplices to each other. Things like that, man. They're very close on a business level, on a friendship level, things like that, bro. But a lot of people do believe that Jay-Z is next to actually get raided, things like that. And there's a lot, man. I'm not gonna dig too deep into that, but you guys pretty much get the idea, man. A lot of people do have large speculations that Jay-Z is next to get raided, simply because Diddy got raided himself by the FBI and a whole bunch of other people. But yeah, man, without further ado, enough with the yapping. Let's just play the video, see what it's talking about. Then I'll share the rest of my opinion at the very end of the video.
Rest in peace, Big L.
One of the
That was
dopest.
the
One of the
sensei.
dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
Takeoff's death wasn't nothing but a corporate hostile takeover using his life as the god. Oh my God.
Man.
I'm not saying allegedly.
Oh. Okay. We got
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough.
Child, it looks like Jay-Z might have much bigger things to worry about than being seen on Diddy's freak-off tapes, because Jaguar Wright is back again, and this time she's spilling all the tea on the list of rappers Jay-Z has allegedly sacrificed to get ahead in his career. Industry insiders like Jaguar and Cat Williams have been trying to tell y'all that when some of these young rappers get unalived so tragically and senselessly, some higher-ups benefit from them, but as usual, y'all call them crazy. But now Jaguar Wright says she has receipts to prove Jay-Z orchestrated and profited from the deaths of rappers like Takeoff, Big L, Nipsey Hussle, and Pimp C. Girl. It's a horrific rabbit hole of conspiracies, deals, and heavy money being moved around. But is there any truth to these claims? Did Jay-Z really get people to delete rappers he felt were a threat to his career? Let's get right into it.
Is it really a conspiracy if the same person keeps benefiting off the same kind of tragedy over and over and over again?
So, Jaguar Wright has spent most of the last few years calling out rappers and music executives who sacrifice others to get ahead in their careers. At the top of Jaguar's hit list has always been Jay-Z. You see, when it comes to Jay-Z, Jaguar has never missed a chance to let us know just how evil he is. According to Jaguar, Jay-Z is even much worse than Diddy, and not just in the aspect of women and all the creepy things they do in the other room. She claims Jay-Z likes to arrange for other rappers or artists to get unalived when they threaten his career or that of his wife. In her recent interview with Real Life Productions, Jaguar Wright did not hold back as she spilled all the tea on what she believes is the conspiracy to eliminate Takeoff, who tragically passed away in 2022. Jaguar claims Takeoff's passing was part of a hostile takeover orchestrated by Jay-Z and the Rock Nation.
Corporate Takeoff's death wasn't nothing but a corporate hostile takeover using his life as the god. Oh my God.
But catch this. According to Jaguar, Megan is smack in the middle of all this, and it has to do with her beef with her former label, 1501 Certified Entertainment, and its CEO, Jay Prince. Takeoff's death rocked the hip-hop community, and it's still a sore spot for the Migos and his fans because of how tragic and senseless it was. Takeoff and his bandmate and Uncle Kuvao had been at a private party that wrapped up around 1 a.m. They decided to hang around and chill with some of the guys they were at the party with, but that would turn out to be a fatal decision. Houston. TMZ reported that around 2:30 a.m. on that fateful night, cops got the call for a man shot at a bowling alley called 810 Billiards in Bowling, Houston. What's crazy is that Takeoff wasn't even directly involved in the events leading up to that shooting. According to TMZ, Takeoff and Quavo were playing dice when an altercation broke out involving Quavo and some other people. One thing led to another and someone opened fire, mistakenly hitting Takeoff. As Takeoff went down, Quavo and some of the other guys present called for help. But unfortunately, Takeoff was pronounced DOA, while 2 others were taken to the hospital with injuries. At the time, many fans blamed Quavo for Takeoff's death because it seemed like Quavo acted irresponsibly by keeping such company. You see, earlier that evening, Quavo posted a video of himself cruising around town with Jazz Prince, Jay Prince's son. Jay Prince is the co-founder and CEO of Houston-based record label Rap-A-Lot, and he's known as one of the godfathers of the rap music industry. Jay Prince also likes to refer to himself as the King of Houston. His son, Jazz Prince, is also an influential executive in the rap music scene, and he and his father actually introduced Drake to Lil Wayne and helped Drake land a contract with Young Money Entertainment in 2009. Jazz is also famous for his streetwear brand, Mob Ties. Word on the street is that Jay Prince typically provides protection for high-profile rappers whenever they visit Houston. But the catch is that allegedly, Jay Prince and his son Jazz have taken to ripping artists off and charging them an arm and a leg for protection. There have also been rumors about these dice games where artists get ambushed, robbed, and sometimes unalived after the games. And it would turn out that Takeoff is not the first rapper to lose his life after attending one of these games. Just 2 months before Takeoff's passing, Chicago's Duke the Jeweler was robbed and fatally shot after winning $100,000 in a dice game with Jay Prince Jr. And this is why fans were calling Quavo out after Takeoff's death, because they felt he should have known better than to hang around the likes of Jay Prince Jr. What's even crazier are the rumors that started swirling that Takeoff was sacrificed. Specifically, many people felt that the fact that he was taken out on Halloween was not a coincidence. Then there's the fact that the day before the tragic incident, Takeoff and Quavo dropped the video for the track Messy, which featured some pretty disturbing imagery. And weirdly, it seemed to foreshadow many of the things that happened the day Takeoff died. For example, there's this scene where a group of people appear to be gambling and squabbling over cards, and we have Quavo chilling nearby with a firearm by his side while looking at a Migos contract. Meanwhile, Takeoff is standing next to a painting of the Grim Reaper with the letters R.I.P. However, the more sinister angle to this whole story that people seem to have conveniently forgotten is that there seems to be a huge attempt to sweep Takeoff's death under the rug. Allegedly, some powerful people are working behind the scenes to make Takeoff's killer escape justice. For context, in December 2022, the police arrested one Patrick Xavier Clark under the suspicion that he fired the shots that took Takeoff out. In May 2023, Clark was indicted by a grand jury in relation to Takeoff's death, with the trial to start later. However, just one day after he was arrested, Clark posted bail to the sum of $1 million and was released on house arrest. But by November 2023, it was reported that Clark was no longer required to be on house arrest or wear a GPS monitor. He only had a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew. According to court documents, Clark is also banned from contacting witnesses, victims, and family members of Takeoff. He is also banned from contacting Jay Prince Jr., and their known associate, Shakur Stevenson. It was also reported that Clark's attorney claimed that her client did not fire the shots that hit Takeoff, and that video and ballistic evidence investigators used to pin Clark as the shooter wouldn't hold up in court. The attorney further revealed that Clark was planning to plead self-defense and that it was someone else who started the shooting. He was in the same position that Takeoff was in. He was trying to get out of there alive as well. He didn't have anything to do with the argument that occurred. He just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. This brings us to the obvious question: who are the people trying to cover up Takeoff's murder, and why? Well, allegedly, rappers like Takeoff are just pawns in a much bigger game of chess, which makes them disposable. And the worst part is, they're not even aware they're being used as pawns, at least according to former video director and music executive Robbie Starbuck, who went viral after sharing a video about how the industry uses young rappers to push certain agendas. In fact, Cat Williams, in a recent interview, went as far as saying some of the top executives in the music business actually benefit from the deaths of some of these young rappers, which is why we see so many cases of very young rappers meeting untimely death. Now, while Cat Williams did not name any names, Jaguar Wright did not hesitate in pointing fingers at Jay-Z as one of the corrupt music executives who profited from rappers' deaths. In her recent chat with Real Life Productions, Jaguar broke down this wild conspiracy surrounding Takeoff's death and Jay-Z's Roc Nation's attempt to snatch Megan Thee Stallion from Jay Prince and the 1501 Certified Entertainment.
Takeoff's death wasn't nothing but a corporate hostile takeover using his life as the god. Oh my God.
Man. R.P. Takeoff.
That boy died so they could cash in a insurance policy and to cover up the fact that Roc Nation was ripping Megan away from 300. I guess nobody's paying attention to the fact that complete control of Megan Thee Stallion's career was taken over right after Takeoff died, and the Prince family were forced to leverage and let her go, even though they did not want to. Isn't that interesting?
You see, under her contract with 1501 Certified Entertainment, which she signed back in 2018, Megan was having some issues that limited her flexibility as an artist. As a result, she wanted to renegotiate her contract, which ended up delaying her debut album. Meanwhile, Roc Nation had its eyes set on Megan Thee Stallion and wanted to poach her from 1501 Entertainment. But as you can probably guess, J. Prince wasn't here for that. However, Takeoff's death provided a perfect opportunity for Roc Nation to force J. Prince's hand into giving Megan up. But this is not the first time Jaguar Wright has accused Jay-Z of being directly involved in the death of a rapper. She said the exact same thing about Jay-Z the last time she sat on Real Life Productions' Blue Couch, except she wasn't talking about Takeoff back then. She was talking about Big L. Back in the 90s, Big L was one of the MCs who dominated the underground rap scene. He was known for his freestyling abilities and his skills with wordplay and rhyming. I mean, he was the type of rapper other rappers were afraid of battling with because they knew they were getting bodied every time. Unfortunately, Big L lost his life in a tragic drive-by shooting at 45 West 139th Street in Harlem that was believed to have been an offshoot from a previous beef Big L's brother had with someone else. At the time, Big L's childhood friend Gerard Woodley was arrested for the shooting but was released shortly after. Gerard would eventually get unalived after being shot on the same street where Big L lost his life, but he maintained his innocence till the end. Big L's murder has remained unsolved since then. But what's interesting is that in the days leading up to Big L's death, he hit a new milestone in his career, which was getting signed to Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records. A Big L account on Instagram shared this voice note last year. The post was captioned,
"Check it out, y'all. It's Flamboyant Entertainment. Make sure y'all come through the post Thursday, February 18th, right? So you can punch in your number so you can leave a message and I get back with you."
This voicemail was sent out to everyone for the party that was set to commemorate the signing of Big L becoming a Rockefeller Flamboyant Entertainment artist. The plan was for L to sign his deal with The Rock along with McGruff, Stan, and C-Town. The name of the group was going to be called the Wolf Pack. Unfortunately, 3 days before the event, Big L was taken away from us. Now, in the 25 years since Big L died, rumors have been swirling that Jay-Z had something to do with his death and that Big L's signing to Rockefeller was just a ploy to take Big L down. One fan in the comments to that post said, "Big L was a blood sacrifice for Dame Dash, Jay-Z, or Cam'ron. If he was alive, he wouldn't been a bigger rapper than Jay-Z and he would have been the king of Harlem." And that's how many fans feel about Big L's death, especially because the details have always been so sketchy. Well, according to Jaguar Wright, fans are right to believe Big L's death was not just some random, senseless act of violence. In her previous interview with Real Life Productions, Jaguar revealed that Big L was the one who put Jay-Z on and helped launch his career.
The first time I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as the kid that was with Big L.
Rest
For
in
those
peace.
of you,
Rest in peace, Big L.
rest in peace, Big L.
One of the
That was the
dopest. One of the
sensei.
dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z. And then, you know, he starts clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie and building a working, you know, camaraderie with Honeycombs and AKA Diddy.
But when Jay-Z started feeling like Big L was a threat to his career, he had him unalived. Jaguar also talked about how Jay-Z had to eliminate Big L for his debut album, Reasonable Doubt, to become big.
Big L is the one that put Jay-Z on.
Wow.
Jay-Z was the last person to see Big L alive.
Wait, so this Big L person is not living on this earth no more?
He's been dead for years. His death made it possible for Reasonable Doubt to live.
Now, Reasonable Doubt is arguably Jay-Z's best project to date. He himself has admitted that it's the best record of his career as an artist. But what's interesting is that Reasonable Doubt was not immediately successful for an album that is supposedly the best album by one of the best rappers alive. Released on June 25, 1996, the album sold only 43,000 copies in its first week and would go on to sell a total of 420,000 copies in its first year. That same year, Reasonable Doubt only peaked at number 23 on the Billboard 200 chart. None of the album's 4 promotional singles reached the top 40 on the chart. Ain't No Nancha charted highest at number 50, Can't Knock the Hustle and Feelin' It didn't make it higher than 70, and Dead Presidents didn't even chart at all. But somehow, the album took a wild turn after Big L died in 1999. By 2002, Reasonable Doubt was certified platinum by the RIAA. In fact, Jaguar once implied that she had the inside scoop on what really went down between Jay-Z and Big L, and that the only reason why she hasn't disclosed it yet is that she wants to do it on the stand at a trial.
Tell everybody about Big L, Sean.
Big L?
I would just rather do it on the stand, Sean. Please sue me. I want to go to court, and I want to talk about Big L on the stand.
Wow.
Considering everything that's been coming out about Jay-Z in relation to Diddy, and now with all the rappers whose lives ended mysteriously around Jay-Z, fans are now wondering if a trial is somewhere on the horizon for Jay-Z. And if you ask me, now is a good time for Jay-Z to start considering his options because this mess gets even deeper. Another rapper that has suddenly passed away mysteriously around Jay-Z is Pimp C. Pimp C was one of the Texas underground kings who had a huge influence on the rap scene back in the day, and Jay-Z and Dame Dash desperately wanted to work with them for Rockefeller. In fact, there have been rumors that Jay-Z offered Pimp C's manager $1 million during their first meeting just to get Pimp C to join Rockefeller. But Pimp C didn't want anything to do with Jay-Z because he felt Jay-Z was stealing from Tupac and Pimp was loyal to Tupac. In an interview with The Art of Dialogue, former music executive Greg Taylor revealed that Jay-Z overheard Pimp C dissing him while they were trying to close the deal to bring Pimp over to Rockefeller.
But right now, I got $1 million check for you. All we want was 100,000. I was just like, who is that with? I said, with Rockefeller. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, I'm watching Dan with the checkbook, he writing it out. He was like, ain't that with, over there with Jay-Z? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, tell him to take that check to go give it to Tupac Mama, man. He's gonna be stealing all my I was like, what? So I hated that. I called him on speakerphone. So I jumped up to click it, and there was another guy standing up to Dame that was getting another $2 million check to do a venture he was doing with Dame. But I was
the Lee Daniels?
Yeah, front line and center. It was me, J Mac, and a girl named Mary.
As you can already tell, that did not go down well with Jay-Z. Allegedly, this was what made Jay-Z put Pimp C on a hit list. Pimp was found dead in his hotel room on December 4th, 2007, and the coroner's initial statement was, at this time, there's no signs of foul play. It appeared to be possibly natural, but pending autopsy and toxicology, we can't say the cause. However, the final coroner's report attributed his death to lean OD and complications stemming from a pre-existing condition of sleep apnea. Now, while Pimp C really did have sleep apnea and was known for consuming high quantities of lean, people close to him believe the coroner's report was far from the truth. They believe Pimp was sacrificed and someone was trying to cover it up. In an interview with Vlad TV, DJ Paul of 3 6 Mafia talked about how he got a call from Pimp C's manager Rick Martin, who saw Pimp C's body in the hotel room. And according to him, Pimp C was lying down like he was praying, except he wasn't. It was like someone staged his body to look like that. What's even more disturbing is that Rick Martin claimed there was a lot of blood around, as if Pimp was shot. Also, there were candles in the room, and the candles had been burned all the way down, meaning Pimp C probably had been dead for a while before he was found.
And he went in there and saw Pimp C's body. Pimp C was still in there. He said Pimp C was like he was laying down like he was praying. And but it was blood all over the bed, like he threw it up, but they thought he had been shot in the head. You know, they didn't know what the hell happened because there was blood all over the bed, but he was kneeled down like he had been praying. And the candles had been burnt all the way down. So they knew he had probably been dead for like a day or something because he always lit these candles to help him sleep. Because I think he had sleep apnea, so he always lit these big tall candles. And with that candle to be burnt all the way down, they were like, he must have been dead for a while. So that's what he called and told me. I was like, oh.
Tell me that doesn't sound like it was copped straight out of a horror movie scene. Interestingly though, Pimp's death was never treated like a homicide. And there's the creepy little detail that the day Pimp C died, December 4th, is also Jay-Z's birthday. Conspiracy theories are not really the best way to go about these things, but baby, it's only so many coincidences that can happen to one person before you start really wondering if something isn't adding up. And according to Jaguar Wright, Jay-Z's day of reckoning is very close indeed. And given that Jaguar has been spot on many of the industry's dark secrets for a while now, fans seem to believe her. One said, Jag has been consistent with her stories for years, even before social media. I'm just glad she's still here to continue telling the truth. Another one said, it's crazy that not one person she speaks of ever comes forward saying she's lying or trying to sue her. That means she's telling the truth. But what do y'all think?
But yeah, man, that is the end of the video. Just gonna end it here. Anyway, let me know what you guys think and subscribe for more content, man. But overall, my opinion on the situation, right? My opinion, man, this is crazy. A lot of information in just one video, bro. But Jaguar Wright does not, you know, censor herself whatsoever. You get what I mean? Like, she's exposing a lot. She's exposing a lot, man. But overall, bro, Jay-Z is definitely not the only one that she's been exposing. She's been exposing Diddy as well. So that whole Diddy thing is crazy, bro. Stupid fly. But anyway, yeah, you guys pretty much get the idea though. But that whole Takeoff situation, I don't know, bro. Do y'all think, you know, Jay-Z actually had something to do with it? I don't think Takeoff was signed to Jay-Z. Maybe they had connections, I don't know, bro. But overall, I don't think Takeoff was actually signed to Jay-Z, to his record label, Rock Nation, or anything like that, if I'm not wrong, right? But I don't know, I could be wrong, but I don't know, man. If Jay-Z went this far to sacrifice Takeoff, man, I don't know, man. They definitely do have a connection. And Nipsey Hussle as well, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. He was a cool one, in my opinion. Very, very cool one. But overall, gonna end the video here. Don't have too much to say on the situation, so I'm gonna leave it to you guys down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys thought about this video. It was a good video, but a lot of information in one video, which there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, lot to talk about, man. Lots to talk about. But overall, yeah, enough with the yapping. Gonna end the video here. Let me know what you guys think, like I mentioned, and subscribe for more content. Peace out.